Hey folks, Joshua here. Welcome back to Mars First Logistics. When we left off, we were trying to solve the impossible nut challenge and failing. I have built a new machine, which I believe should be able to solve the problem. And to find out, I think the game has reset the elevator here, so we're going to pull that back up. Let's let's fall down the elevator shaft real quick. Slamming against the walls. Luckily, we don't take too much. We don't take any structural damage from that kind of thing. I have added I've made one small change. I'm using the spray paints to give myself a front and back. Sometimes it's hard to tell with these vehicles, so green on the front and red on the back makes it easier to tell which direction the vehicle's facing. Let's head up. As you can see, it's a much smaller vehicle, mostly just a tiny rover with some fuel tanks and the gripper on it. The gripper that I built is designed to completely surround the nut, get inside its little orange grooves over there, and lock in. And hopefully this is going to be sufficient. It's still not the easiest thing in the world to get it started, but once the wheels are off the ground, I think this is going to be capable of solving this problem for us. Let's not hit that button. No. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to fall down this elevator shaft again. It's a race. Who's going to get there first? Okay. That was fun. Let's try that again. Let's adjust our center of gravity just a bit. Okay, up we go. Let's try not to hit this button a second time, or third time, or fourth time, however you're counting it. All right, so... get this bad boy in position, see if we can make this happen. I think this vehicle can do it. We're gonna find out for sure. We're gonna need to open up a little bit more. Okay. So that's sort of what I'm hoping for. I do need to make sure that the top of our vehicle is below the highest point, so that as we're rotating around, we don't hit the top of the vehicle and stop ourselves from getting it that last inch or two. I may kind of need to do some of this. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do a little bit of this in play. So we need to be a little bit lower than the top to start, unfortunately. Okay, let's just take our time to try and get this right. That looks pretty close to correct. Yeah, that looks about right. Inch forward. You should be able to get that first connection in place like that, I think. Coming close. Hopefully you can see the design that I've made here. It's made to completely lock into the nut as best as possible. Oh, okay, so I've missed, unfortunately, locking into the holes. But it should come back around. There we go. That one... looks good. Let's lock in with the other one. Yeah, everything. Okay, everything is clamped on now. Yeah, we've got a solid grip on it. So we've got a solid grip on all the flat edges, and we've got our little nubbins poking into the holes. So now it's time to see whether this is going to work, which is the real question. So at this point, I'm just going to hit the space bar and see if we can get enough lift off the ground with the vertical thrust and enough torque with the lateral thrust to start putting this bad boy in. And then we'll see what happens. Okay, starting to work. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. Let me stop the thrust. Okay. Yeah, looking good. We need to maintain that grip for the entirety of the ride, so I need to be careful how I use my thrusters here. We don't want to go too fast or too hard. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, this is the tricky part. Can we rotate enough to get it to finish, or are we gonna start having problems where we can't rotate it because we're bumping? Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Okay, so there we go. Something like that. Did we get it? We got it! Okay, very nice. So that one really frustrated me last episode, but this time we figured it out. Really cool. All right. New contract to deliver the paint roller. All right. Well, thank you very much, Nut God, which is what I ended up naming this little guy. But I don't think we're going to use you anymore. Nut Master? Nut Master, that's right. Okay. Let's go ahead. What do we want to pull out here to travel back up the elevator and see this new contract to deliver the paint roller? Something from the early days, maybe? The Squirt Mini, maybe? Pull this guy out. What's our new contract? Deliver paint roller. The pay is the moon buggy. Oh, we get a whole new blueprint. Okay, yeah, we're very close to the end here. Because if we look at our blueprints... Is this the last one? Yeah, this is the last one. Interesting. Okay. So, do we have the elevator? We do have the elevator. I don't know what the problem is going to be here. But I guess... I don't know. Do I even want something this big for picking this up? It should be fine, right? It is a tiny boy that we gotta lift up over here. So maybe we'll... how are we gonna pick that up exactly? Pretty small, very low to the ground. Why don't I edit my grabber just a little bit here from the baseline? Let's grab that. Pop that like that. Maybe do just a few more on top. We'll just try and surround it. Pick it up as best we can. Something like this. Oh, you know what else I should do with this build? Yeah, just to help myself out here. Let's throw some red on the back. That's really all I need to help me remind me which way is forward, which way is back. That's probably more than enough. Okay, so awkward to pick this up. Not quite sure. Do I pick it up by the handle or the roller? I guess I'd probably try to pick it up by, well, the handle's going to be harder to grip, so probably pick it up by the roller. Let's come at it from that angle. See if we even can. I mean, if we can pick it up, it should be fine. Let's see. Well, okay, that wasn't exactly what I intended to do, but let's recess. Accidentally driving into things is another one of those like small complications you don't think about, but it is a physics simulation, so it does have consequences when you do it. All right. Excuse me. Wow, sudden tickle. Okay. All right, let's try and get you picked up. I mean, there we go. Well, it's pushing it a little bit. But, okay, I think we try and close now. See if we can grip it. Yeah, we've got it. Okay. That feels right. That feels good. Okay, so we've definitely got a handle on it. There we go. That's nice and stable. Feels like we got a good grip. All right, let's see what the elevator does for us. Also, I like that the handle accidentally matches our one color element, so that's kind of fun. All right, up we go. We'll see what the complication is here at the delivery point. This scaffold is getting quite large, quite tall off the ground here. In fact, if I launch my flyer from up here, I might be able to achieve escape velocity. Okay, so we're locked in a cage. We're locked in a cage. What's the point of the elevator then? Like, I can't... Okay, so this is a total... What? I'm completely locked inside a cage here, so this elevator is totally useless. I do have to fly it. I guess it's just meant to tease you, like, here's where you have to deliver it, but you can't. Figure out another way. All right, so we're gonna need a flyer for this. This is the wrong vehicle, but the gripper worked well. Yeah, that's very high up. Is there... I mean, I suppose if I can't quite fly that high, what I might want to do is lift myself most of the way with the elevator and then try and ride off the side and fly the rest of the way, I guess. Maybe. Which side is it on? Yeah, it's way up there. All right, so let's just drop it here and switch to a flyer and see if I can pick it up with the flyer. This gripper worked quite well. I might just grab this entire assembly, go over to, we had a flyer that did dynamite, right? I had a flyer for, this is okay. But the more recent build that was doing stuff, fly dynamite? We did something with this that worked. Yeah, let me grab this device. Let's try to... Let's see if I can edit this to pop that thing on. Yeah, that looks like that'll work. Yeah, okay. That should be okay. That should be fine-ish. Although I probably want one more servo here to attach it to. Yeah, that's okay. Let's try that, and then just for funsies. Oh, wrong control. There we go. Let's put that at the back. Okay. Let's see if we can pick it up now. So I think we'll just use our rotation. We'll drive over there, pick it up. Okay. Let's try and pick this thing up if we can. That looks good. Yeah, we've lined it up pretty well here. Not perfect, but okay. But that should align it. Actually, let's do this. Let's grip it like that. Let's turn our wheels. Like that. Then we'll release it, edge it a little bit closer in. Where's the controls here? There we go. That's going to be a real good hold on it. Okay. So now that we have that gripped, lift that up. That looks good. Fix the wheels. Go get ourselves some fuel and see if we can fly this up there. But like, we have the grab. I don't know if we have the fuel for this. The fueler doesn't come with the elevator, so that's not going to do anything for us. I do have the ability to create kind of infinite amounts of fuel here. But all right, let's just go up and see what we can make happen. I want to angle basically towards where the delivery is, and then be able to use my forward and backwards thrusters to keep myself vertical, so that I don't fly off into the sunset with the upward lift, the upward thrust. We're gonna give this a shot and see how we do. I don't know if we can fly that high or not, but we'll find out. We're about to find out. Okay, so here we go. All right. Oh, the cabling. Yeah, the cabling's a problem. Okay, let's safely go back down to the ground. Try this again from a slightly different angle. Need to be a little bit further away for takeoff. Angled a little bit differently, but that's okay. We can make that happen. These safety barricades are going to mess me up again. I can already tell. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I need to not let these cables get in my way too much. I'm using a little bit of fuel here. Something like this should be okay. Let's just go up and try it. Okay. Getting up there. Half fuel. Okay. The turning is such a problem with this build. I can't turn fast enough. That was almost good. Okay, we gotta go down and try again, sadly. The turning radius is so rough on this build. All right. Let's fuel up and try that one more time. I basically, yeah, turning is so slow that I basically can't afford to do it. I have to be aimed pretty much in the right direction at the start and just deal with forward and backwards momentum as much as I can. Okay. So it's on the far side of this. I have to drive over here, which is rough with this build. Driving is not easy. It's not its strong suit. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think we could actually, yeah, we can use this as a guidepost, this black cable here. And I am possibly, I don't have a grappling hook on this build. Okay. So we just got to kind of drop it where it needs to go. Oh my God, turning is so obnoxious on this. It's like, it's impossible. Why is turning so bad on this? The snow is not helping. Ugh, oh my God, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating not being able to turn, and I've just burned a ton of fuel. Okay. I think probably the best thing to do is going to be to have my control on this, where is it? This piece, so that as soon as we take off, I can lower that so that it's well below. All right, I'm gonna try it from here. We're gonna see how this goes. Still got half our fuel, just be patient. Got a little bit of forward momentum here. Don't miss it. Hey, very nice. There we go. Okay, that was challenging, but we got it. I'm glad I extended the drop pod there. That worked out really well. What is this thing we've built? Space elevator completed. Okay. Okay, we got some new parts and a new blueprint. Let's check out what we picked up. What did we get over here in the new parts? So we picked up reaction control system, adjusts pitch, roll, and yaw when flying. Okay, so I've already built a version of this. I'm curious to see how this works. So a new option for dealing with light. That's kind of interesting. Also picked up a jumper 2x1. All right, you say so. There's a third part in here somewhere. No? Okay. The new blueprint, our last blueprint, the moon buggy, should show us how these new parts work, I think. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. So this is the rear. That's fine. Is that a new tank? Did I get a new tank? I did get a new tank, the medium fuel tank. Really nice. Okay. So instead of 2 fuel capacity for 1 weight, we get 4 fuel capacity for 1.3 weight. That is great. There's one last one. There's the large fuel tank that I want, but this is cool. And our blueprint here, where are we? Okay, so we've got 2 medium tanks plus thrusters for verticality. And then we've got these reaction things. So what's the control scheme here? How does this work? Okay, W pitch down, S pitch up. So it's taking the wheel controls. Roll left and roll right. And then they've got ZX for yaw. Okay, that's not great. I don't really love the idea that... So the problem I had before... Oh, you know what? Okay, so the problem I had before is that when I was driving with my wheels, all my thrusters were firing. But maybe I could have solved that by pushing the wheels onto a different channel. I guess. Let's take this thing for a spin. Okay, so yeah, they've got the wheels on a different channel. So you stop driving, switch to those channels, then thrust up. And you... Oh, those are great. Yeah, yep, there's your... so pitch, there's roll... Yeah, there's your roll, left and right. Got pitch and yaw. Oh, we have to check out. So learning to drive this is going to be a challenge, but I can steal the control scheme a little bit. And then there's also... Yeah, so the turning radius I'm having problems with still probably wouldn't be as great, mainly because of... How are they doing it? Mainly because of the size of the vehicle. Yeah, they're just 2 forward, 2 backwards. And then thrust is managed with the main thrusters, right? Oh. I think I've become a satellite, you guys. Yeah, I just achieved... What is that? Oh, hello. We got new stuff up in the atmosphere? Oh, I bet that's where we have to deliver the next thing, isn't it? Is that a moon? Okay, I didn't actually become satellised. We reached the edge of space, but we did not achieve orbit. Or did we? Are we escaping? Oh, maybe we did achieve orbit. I thought we were falling back down, but... Oh, I got caught in the gravity of this thing. Wow, how cool is this game? I am in orbit around this. Around this little... I don't even know if you would call it a moon. It seems too small, but... Yeah, I'm definitely in orbit here. I don't know, will I fall down to it eventually? I have a tiny little bit of thrust left. Oh yeah, look at that. I got captured. Hey guys. And I can't fast travel here. Yeah, they want their cooler, don't they? From space elevator to Phobos. I see it. Okay, all right. So this obviously we can't pick anything up. I could... All right, so I could spend an hour redesigning my existing flight vehicle, or we could just try to use it. So I could replace these with like the reaction thruster things, maybe. I have to be honest, I didn't think about switching the control channels for flight. Now that I have that idea and some of these other parts, the larger tanks, I probably am going to redesign this. You're not as good as you're not super great for picking stuff up as I would like. You might be good enough for this though. I think the flight build I have here is probably good enough for this mission, as long as I can get it on the space elevator. You know what else? I think I might go ahead and... change a few things here. Let me see if I can make driving a little bit easier. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize there was a color accent for the wheels. But yeah, let me give myself some better wheels to work with. Well, since I've done it now. Want you over here. Switch back to white for now. And let me give myself, just because I know how helpful it is and we're missing it on this particular build. I can replace some of these fuel tanks too. Let me give myself a grappling hook real quick, just so I can like sink myself to the ground somehow. Well, I'll leave the theodolite, I think. Let's get a couple of these bigger tanks just to get a little bit more fuel efficiency on this beast. I mean, I guess that's fine. I probably should replace more than that, but for now, that's fine. All right. I'm actually going to save those. And yeah, let's go pick this thing up. Yeah, I should have replaced these wheels a while ago. That's so much easier to drive. So the way I did my flight controls was moving them to different keys. The way that the game did it was by moving it to a different channel. But that's fine. All right, let's see if we can pick this up. How do I want to do this? I think we want to go like this. So this is going to be one of those things where if we open it, if we spill it, it's going to spill food everywhere and stuff, and like all the stuff is going to spill out. We want to grab it carefully here. Feels okay-ish. Okay, let's see if we can rotate the wheels and get our grabber in place. Okay, looks decent. Okay, it's sort of working. I mean, I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it, right? Try and grab it. We're gonna have some points of contact here. Yeah, we might have to reset with a different grabber here. I'm not sure about this. It looks like it's gonna spill out. But for now, let's get on the space elevator, get as much height as we can, as much free height as we can, and then fly off to Phobos, see if we can get this delivered. I think it's this way, yeah. I have the side wheels on the outside when it's facing forward. There we go, okay. Okay. Using the elevator little sketch, maybe? Yeah, using the elevator is going to be a little tough. I'm going to have to use the wheels again, I think. They're not bad at it, right? Okay, we're sort of on the elevator. Now I need it to lift somehow. I wonder if I can depress the button with thrust. Like if I fire my thrusters, will that push the button down while we're on the elevator? No, I don't think so. I can do it with my new grappling hook, right? Well, if I aim it correctly. There we go. Okay. This should take us up, hopefully, without exploding everything. Yes, okay. I was worried about getting slammed into the the edges of the shaft and having the vehicle go all ragdoll, but it looks like we're good here. Okay, so now I just have to figure out how to get to Phobos. We've got 36 units of fuel. Okay, all right. Well, here we go. Okay. Turning works a little bit better here. Let's see how we do with this. I mean, are we just going to be able to land here? Okay. I'll take that. That was kind of magical. A huge disaster and also a grand success. How about that? How's that for a delivery, boys? Oh no, they're putting their trash in orbit? They just flew, they had their picnic and flew away? Oh no, look at this. Deliver space junk. What? No. How is this supposed to work? I have to pluck it out of orbit? Are you kidding me? Oh gosh. That's gonna take some work that I'm not prepared for. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for a short stream, a short episode today as I contemplate how exactly we're gonna make this happen. Honestly, I think trying to fly and catch at the same time is a non-starter. We probably need to use something like the butterfly catcher, like an adjusted version, and just try and capture all 3 pieces of junk. Or we might have to do 3 trips, to be honest here. We might have to do 3 trips. I don't think I can be in orbit and catch those things. How obnoxious that they left trash floating in orbit. Yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. We'll come back and check out this next challenge, as ridiculous as it seems, in the next episode. Until then, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Some good moments in this one. Some good, fun flight. New tools to play with. Very interesting there. And I look forward to seeing your comments about how you guys solve some of these challenges. And if you have video clips and stuff, link them to me. I'm always interested with this type of game to see how other people solve the puzzles, because with physics puzzlers, there's kind of an infinite variety of solutions, and I'm always glad to see what you guys came up with. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.